Welcome back, Zip Nation. Year one is officially in the books. A 2-10 season may not turn heads across the country, but here in Akron, we know what it really was. It was the first step of a long journey. We saw flashes, we found fight. More importantly, we found belief. Now the helmets are off, the lights are down, but the work's just getting started. It's off-season time where programs are going to be built one move at a time. We're talking recruiting, transfer portals, facility upgrades, player development, and we are going to be setting the tone here for the year ahead, year two, where we're going to see progress made. This is the grind the world doesn't see. But Zip Nation, we know that this is where champions are carved out. So grab a seat, join up, watch the foundations grow stronger and stronger as we build this program up from the bottom. Coach Taylor has something in store. He's going to be set. He's going to be good to go. 2-10 was just the beginning, but now we're getting to become the real Ohio power. Now, before we go on to anything else, let's take a look at the awards. We will look overall. You'll notice the quarterback from Western Michigan with 4,500 yards won the Heisman Trophy. Freshman of the year went to the quarterback out of Boise State, Bryson Greer. Jace Carrington, a senior lineman with 17 sacks, got the Defensive Player of the Award. And the Coach of the Year award surprisingly wasn't us. It wasn't me. Frost out of Michigan State won that one. It's shocking, I know. In the MAC, we did have two players make All-Conference. We had Mr. Winston Erickson, the senior, with 22 pancakes, 1 sack allowed, making the offensive line first team. Second team, our first team defense, Mr. Eric Lloyd, with his 36 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, and a forced fumble, making it for the defense. So we have work to do. We have a lot of work to do. The good thing is we already have 19 recruits in the bag. Things are going well for us. We've got several. When we look at our commitments, we beat out Texas for this A-plus offensive lineman. USC, Georgia, none of them were especially interested, but that's okay. We don't care. When we look at our potential, we've got several A's, we've got several B's. We have this 69 overall receiver who is a gem of a player with B-minus potential. I'm excited for this. We're going to be plugging holes. We're just going to get talent in and build off of that talent. Hopefully we get a little bit more as far as wins go, but we have youth that will then grow into this program. We only have spots for 6 transfers, but with the money we have, the NIL, we're not going to be able to afford many anyways. So we're going to be picky, and we're going to make sure they are 6 transfers that work for us. Because what we will see on the board, we still have a gem that we're going for. We're probably not going to get him. I don't think we'll get any of these. I do think we've got a shot at these 2. Maybe this guy if they end up not offering anything. So we don't have a lot. And actually, now I think about it, let's remove him. Let's just get rid of them. Free up those scholarships, hopefully, because we don't want to use those on those guys. So things are going well for us. I like where we're at. And now we're going to see how things play out for the rest of the season, who ends up winning. And then we're going to dive into the offseason, and hopefully things go well for us. So as we do so, if you haven't already, if you want to help support the channel in any small way, best thing you can do, subscribe to the channel. Likes also help. And it just helps other people find the channel and find the videos and keeps it going. So let's see what Coach Taylor has in store. I'm going to jump ahead to where we have some moves to make. Well, in a classic of a game, our nemesis, the one we're gunning for, Ohio State beat Georgia in the national championship, the 9 seed versus 6. They just setting the tone, but we're going to be gunning for them. Eventually, we're going to take them down, and we're going to do that. Now, when we look at our year-end summary, we ranked 132nd. Points per game was 1 better than our offensive prediction. Opponents' points per game were 5 better, so that's good for our coordinators. I don't know that we're going to gain anything. We've met our expectations. The AD is okay with it. Luckily, he's laid back, gives us more leeway. Right now, we're safe anyways. Fan base is an F. They don't care about us. We gained 3 integrity. Nothing else. We got something out of that. So we do gain some coaching upgrades for what we did. We met expectations to get 100. We got 2 wins. There we go. But the thing that's getting us now is under 40. We gain 1,000 experience per turn. So being that I am the CEO, I'm going to let my coordinators do the play calling. I will not They're going to run the offense and the defense, and we need those to be better. We can only max out at 10 anyways on this difficulty. So I'm going to take my 2 upgrade points, and we're going to put those into recruiting and training, 1 apiece. The goal is to max these 2 out, and then we'll just sprinkle in some over here. That's where I want to be. Offensively, we didn't improve, but we don't need to. He's already maxed out to the best anyways. We don't pick any badges up. We do pick up our first badge here. So we can recruit receiving backs, wide receivers. Getting an extra head coaching training is impressive. Field generals, these 2 are really specific. Same with route runner. Could increase tight end developers, linebacker. I think the extra training is going to pay more dividends in the long run. Get speed, strength, kicking power, accuracy, those things up. So we did gain 205 experience for him. That's just not enough. Same with the defensive coordinator, 470. If they were younger, they would have probably leveled up. But these guys are already really good. The question is, will we hold on to them during this coaching carousel season? So when we look, we could go ahead and renegotiate the contract. I kind of want to do that and lock them in. Let's just sign this one. Go ahead and get these guys in for longer contracts. The insured is what we would really like, because then if he signs on from somebody else, that gets us. So we get to bring them both back. That's huge. That is huge. And now we can see who's out there. Head coaching jobs from UC Davis, who went 0-12. And Missouri State, who went 2-10 like us. We're going to decline, and we are building up Akron here. Coach Taylor's going to be loyal. We're staying at Akron with our $1.7 million. How can you turn that down? We just signed new contracts, so we're going to retain both of our coordinators. We're happy with them. They're going to get better. As far as the playbook, we need to keep that the same. We definitely are running first. We don't have a quarterback. We could change to the nickel, which is what our defensive coordinator prefers. I think we're going to try that this time and see if working out of what he likes helps us do a little bit better than the 3-4 did, because we struggled with that. We don't have the D linemen, I don't think, and the linebackers to run that, so this could maybe help us against the pass. Now we are on to our players leaving. All are just graduating. We are losing some talent, quite a bit of talent, especially on the offensive line. We got Erickson leaving, Holbrook leaving, Humphrey leaving. I mean, 3 guys at 80 and plus. We are ranked 132. I don't think these have updated yet. Key people coming back, 78. That's going to be rough. We have 1 senior. Okay. No one's entering the draft. That's shocking. Now we have 81 scholarships that are used. We have to cut down to 77 to allow room for targets and transfers. Yeah, we definitely have players that we can cut out of this. There are 3 players wanting to transfer. That's not good, because we're going to need these guys. Poor scheme fit. Man, you are our best player. You will definitely play in 40% of the snaps next year. What about our wide receiver? A+ potential. He could easily pass that guy. I think he can play in 50%. And as far as safety goes, we've got a junior college guy, A- there, but he's a junior. What's he want? 40% of snaps. He played in 23%, 39%. I think you can do that. You'll be good enough. So now let's go through and let's look at who we can cut. Where do we start? Austin. Okay, so these are the 3 coming in, but we are going to cut him. He's not going to start. Howell's going to get the start again, most likely, unless we can get an amazing transfer. I almost think we should cut one of those, but we'll come back to that. Running back. Oh my goodness, we're so bad at running back. We'll get rid of him. Our junior college guy might be taking it over. This freshman, uh, we have a lot of fat to trim. This guy's got to go. These guys all have potential. If he were a senior, I'd let him go, but man, this wide receiver class is solid. We need to time it where we get a quarterback at the same time. Those guys, not Elliott Jones. You're not. Yeah, you can go. We're going to cost some integrity, but we need to clean up the roster. We'll keep the freshmen. You never know. They might go crazy. Kickers. We have 4 kickers now. 2 incoming. So he's 87 kick accuracy, but only 58 power. This guy doesn't need to be here. Defensive line. Again, it is rough. Let's get rid of 1. And we will get rid of our linebackers. Oh, man. What are we at? 76? Let's get rid of that guy as well. Well, actually, D. We have to get rid of it, trim it down. Now, I like where we're at cornerbacks for the future. This is potential. Safeties, we already know we have the 2. This guy's probably never going. This guy's not going to play. So we can get rid of him. That frees us down to 74. Don't know that we need those quarterbacks. He's got 65 accuracy, 68. Ugh. Let's cut him. Everything, yeah. Cut him. All right. That's going to cost us quite a bit of integrity, but it needs to be done. We got to open up roster spots. Ugh. Hopefully we make our promises come true so we can gain some of that integrity back. So let's see. Pro draft. Surprisingly, no one was selected. Hall of Fame, just those 2. Springer and Carrington, 2 award winners. Ring of Honor, just those 2. We know there's going to be a lot of updates to the record books. We're not going to worry about that at the moment. And let's get ready for the off-season recruiting. Now, when we look at the transfer portal right off the bat, let's see who's out there. So we get 3 off-season recruitings. We have to make sure that we have NIL money for several of them. If they have any other offer that gives them the NIL, we have to have at least 75% of their value to be able to win them over. Let's see where we fall. Anybody interested? Now, this one, a 76 A, we'd have him for like 1 year, coming from Washington, and he could bring his teammate as well. Let's target both of those. This guy would be huge for us, even if it's for a year. Here's another one. 93 arm strength. That guy can throw. Let's sort them now. With transfers, I like to sort by overall. So these are all guys that we will be number 1 on their list. We really need running backs. If we can get a good running back, we need offensive linemen. Man, there are some good players out here. I would like to get someone who's not a soon-to-be senior, but we'll take what we can get. The running back, if we get the 1, I think we'll be set. He's also a freshman, which is nice. So he could become very good. Offensive line, we could use 1 or 2, but nobody out there is worth anything. If we switch to the top 3, we do have a shot then. We could get a guy coming from Ohio State, and let's just take a shot at both of these. I don't know that we'll get either one, but I don't see anybody else out there worth getting. We could use defensive linemen. We don't need a kicker. I don't know why it's telling me. We got 3. the needs up there aren't exactly the best. Let's switch this to top because we're really only going to win if we are already the leader. There's nobody good. Do we have a linebacker out there? Nope. No one wants to come to us. Again, we could take another Washington player. Just try to steal them all. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So let's offer to, not those guys. Where's our transfers? Here's our transfers. 2, 3. Let's go ahead and remove this guy. We're not going to need him. We also won't need him. And we're not going to take him. Or him. I would love to get this running back, but I don't think he's going to go to us. Bowling Green just keeps pulling away. We will offer scholarships, and we will hope for the best. We need the quarterback above all else. Let's hold. Well, I don't know which one's better. We will go for him last. Let's get these guys. We are going after a kid from East Lansing that went to Ohio State. So we're going to put all our eggs on these guys in hope, against hope, that we have a shot at getting some with our measly budget. But I don't know that we will, so we'll pick back up at the end of this recruiting session to see who we end up with. All right, we've made it to signing day. I'm not too hopeful about a lot of these, but we'll see. Let's start with our signing ceremony. This was our high school running back. We were hoping to get him. I don't think the percentage is ours, but I'm pretty sure Bowling Green's going to win him. And they do 790 points ahead of us. It wasn't that close. This is where we did put in, we put in 500,000 in NIL. This was the one we had a shot at because the quarterbacks were too expensive. And we did get our freshman, so he will be a sophomore for us. But this kid's got potential. We were able to beat out UCLA and Oregon State for this guy. That's a big win. He played for Washington last season. These others, now you'll notice here, the reason why I'm going to go ahead and show this, so we had the minus 5% because we couldn't offer the NIL deal that was close to his value. So we end up losing 1,500 points because we didn't offer that. Well, that's going to happen to all these because these guys were way out of our price range. So we just did not have a shot at getting any of these, spending the money on it. I was hoping, we spent it on a running back, and that's what we did. And based off of last season, that's what we do anyways. We run the ball. So, again, nothing in any of these because we couldn't afford them. All they had to do, somebody offer one NIL deal, we were done. Now, I did throw out a few others. Nobody else was interested. We were the only one that was going for there. So we did pick up a cornerback, transferring from Kent State, 71 overall with C- potential. That's something that somebody can play. And here's another one. These are freshmen and sophomores I was going for. So this cornerback, who's a 70 overall, we were able to get, despite Mid-Tennessee State being in front because they didn't offer a scholarship. So we were able to get in there. This is one I was hoping to sneak in, but obviously not. We did get these two high school recruits that even though I removed them from the recruiting board, we still got them because we're the only ones who offered them scholarships. Who knows? They might surprise us. Otherwise, they'll just get cut next time. But that's okay. So our recruiting class, we have 16 3-stars, 8 2-stars, and 1 1-star. It is a beauty. When we look at our recruiting rankings, let's just go ahead and scroll not as far down as I thought. Number 108. So we beat out 30 other teams. That's okay, but we're going to try to train ours up. That's the goal here. We do have decent facilities. Now, we did not increase our prestige. We actually, I think the previous was here, and we went down. We lost 386 points. Oh, no. We were expected to be 121st. Not good. Not good at all. So we are going to start with the coaching staff. We have to resolve the debt. So we got $16 million left. We're going to max out our NIL budget. whopping $3 million. I like to add, we have to cover the maintenance for everything first. That's my first goal. And then with whatever money we have left, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we don't even have maintenance on these. They're so bad. So we have 5 areas. So we're going to do 1 million in each of them. And then we're going to spend that remaining 2 million and we're going to put it in the facilities, because this will give us bonuses to player development in the offseason, helps us gain at least certain amounts. We can get this up to higher than just 1 for preseason trainings, and we get higher scouts for recruiting visits. Helps us with recruiting. The other things are also good, but that's why I level them up a little slower. Right now, I want to get this up to like level 9 or 10 if possible. So we are just going to max that out as much as we can. If we have success next season, we could get this up to level 7, but we'll have to find out. Our earnings breakdown, when we look at it, we missed beating Ball State, or we could have picked up another $5.25 million. The contracts, we didn't have any, but we're going to sign some this year to get some money in. And conference TV deal, we only get $5 million because we're at a lower conference. So let's check to see if maybe we get some boosters coming in that we're going to like. I doubt it. Hopefully we don't lose any is the key. And we keep the diamond donor and the silver donor. These are huge for a program of our size. I've never had any like that. I usually just have the bronze donors for programs like this. So that's exciting. There should be no realignment here. It's going to happen every 5 years. The top and bottom teams from each one might move. So we got to make sure we get this up as much as we can. I don't know that we're going to be able to catch them, but we still have several years to try to catch them to move up to another conference, which then would get us more money and help us grow till we can knock down Ohio State. So we are going to then schedule our conflict, our out of conference, and it's saying, hey, for 1 home and 2 away, Ohio State will play us. And you know what? We will do that because we want to try to beat Ohio State. So we're going to take our beating to start off the season, but that's okay because they're going to pay us $13.5 million. We have 3 games we have to play, so we're looking at over $4 million a game to do that. Now, we could keep Kennesaw State, which is a game we could win, and same with UC Davis, or we could also pick something else that could get us more money. I personally think winning the game might be better unless we did one of these like single away games, like Indiana for $2 million. But the $2 million, it's nice, but I think winning is going to help us more because that's going to help us our prestige. So we're going to keep these 2 in there. Hopefully they're teams we can beat. And we'll cash in on Ohio State. We get that all up front. So that will for sure give us new facilities next season. Our rivalry will be in week 7. And let's see what the new year has in store as we get ready for the offseason training. All right, this is the big thing that we need to see. We want to see these offseason gains going. We have promises some of these guys. So we did have our overall best players in 84. That's not encouraging. When we look at our quarterback, Howell gained 2. Arm strength, weight, and speed. His accuracy is still not very good. Now, Spencer Higgins back here is all up to 71, but his accuracy, everything is slightly worse than Howell, so Howell's going to hang on. Some of these others, Alejandro Wiggins looks like he could be something, and he's going to redshirt, so that'll be okay. Running backs, our best is a 72. Not ideal at all. We're going to have lots of, these guys need to redshirt because they have potential. Get in 4 games maybe, and then sit them to redshirt. Wide receiver, 82 is our best. Got a +5 out of Dylan Chauderay, +11 on his catching. He's got 98 catching now. Tight ends, we are a much worse team this year. Now, what I see, though, is we have hardly any seniors that are, the bulk of us are freshmen and stuff. Look at this. Our freshman here, A+ potential. He was the number 113 offensive lineman that we recruited, and he gained 7 already. This guy is gaining force. So this is what we want to see improve. And by the time they are juniors, this freshman group we brought in, when they are juniors, they need to be starting. They need to be taking over that and paving the way for hopefully others, that every year we have players replacing them that are just as good. Because nobody here is improving. This is where facilities will help us quite a bit. If we can do that, our linebackers, we at least have a star linebacker. And a cornerback. We have at least one good player at each of those positions, but this is going to be rough. I feel like we have a worse team. We're going to do the balance run first, and we're going to try the nickel this time. Aggressive zone. We could always, 3-4, but we're going to try the nickel, see how that works, keep our strategies and everything the same. Passing mentality is going to be conservative. Pass play tendency will just keep balanced. We want to be aggressive on fourth down still. I can always override that. And I like where we're at. So now it's time to get into the recruiting and see if we have any good players at all that are interested in us. And hopefully we can have the foundations for this next year laid out. All right, time to set up our recruiting board. We are going to take a look at our recommended targets. I think we're in trouble. Oh, D, C minus. Here, we need somebody who actually wants to come to our school too. That's decent. None of these players even want to come to our school as number one. That's going to be a challenge. So we will set up where we would be the leader with, see what's out there, and hopefully we can find some players. Now, we got lots of junior college players, of course, that would come to us. I would really like to build off of high school players, but, I mean, we've seen how bad our team is. We definitely need to get some offensive linemen in. Junior college is ideal. Oh, man, we are just hurting. We could try to win a recruiting battle, but again, nobody wants to come to our school. Nobody that's any good anyways. He values integrity. He says, I have none. That's not true. And they're F minuses. I don't even know who to offer here. I guess we will just look at the recommended targets. But again, this guy at least wants to come to us. Let's go after the ones who actually want to come to us so we can at least get camp visits with them. We already know he's not any good. This season might be more painful than the last. All right, I'm going to set the board up, and then we'll look at what I have planned for this season in recruiting. And we are ready for preseason expectations, and unfortunately, we have a new athletic director who apparently doesn't like us as much. Phoenix King, he is an optimist, but we need to meet these expectations of winning at least 2 games. He already has a little bit more distrust, which is not good. That worries me. Our boosters, we're going to be getting some money, and our diamond donor wants us to have 10 or more 40-plus yard plays. Has he seen our offense? I do think we could score 15 or more points per game. Maybe. But I think we can convert 15 fourth downs in the whole season and get $5 million from him. I really think we got a shot at that. It costs us integrity because we don't have the negotiations, I guess. Convert 5 fourth downs the whole season to get another 100,000 basically here. That's what we're going to go for. So we got 12 million. We could turn this into 18 million from our boosters. I like where we're at as far as that goes. When we look at our roster, our offensive talent is slightly worse and our defensive talent is slightly worse. We knew that was going to happen. We can do man coverage, but we're a zone coverage team. That's a little concerning. And our run blocking is pretty good, but our running backs are worse this year. So it's going to be interesting. And we are about to, see what we've got, but unfortunately, we're going to be going up against Ohio State first. The recruiting board, as far as who we've got some, not very talented, but we're going for potential high school guys. Think we're going to move on from the junior college players unless there's just a stud player, but all the ones I found, their potential wasn't there, and they were only around a 70. These guys have potential. This guy, only keeping Benjamin Shaw, even though he's an F+, because he is a 70 as a high school recruit. So if we can get him, great. But again, B's, this is one that we don't actually need to keep him now. We have receivers. We are going to be picky, and we're going to remove these really bad ones that don't have potential to really do anything for us, because we're going to be optimistic and hope we can have stuff in the transfer portal. Here's another one as a D-. We don't want to waste our scholarships on that. Let's see, as far as this guy goes, he's an F-, so he's going to be going, and an F+. We're going to do a lot of scouting to try to find guys like this one, like Caden, who doesn't have interest in anybody, because if we can find that would be great, and we can easily win those guys over. I don't know how well that's going to be, but we're just focusing on good players. We will fill specific needs in the transfer portal, or at least try to fill those needs in the transfer portal. Otherwise, we're just going to try to load up on talent, and talent that has potential. So again, if we can survive to where the current freshmen are juniors, there's a lot of potential in there to have quite a few 80s. And then these guys would be sophomores, maybe making their way up. But especially if we can get to the current freshmen being seniors and these guys juniors coming in, we'd be in good shape. So that's the board that we have set up. We're going to be going up against Ohio State this first game, which is not going to be good. When we look at our depth chart, I mean, we don't have many people. We have hardly anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys with at least an 80, which is not ideal. But we have so much youth with potential. That's what has me excited. So these guys have the potential to break out over the next few seasons. This one is a freshman, our redshirt freshman out of Washington, so he didn't get to play. So he is a redshirt freshman, which is fantastic for us, and he can carry the bulk. We actually have 3 guys that can all split it. And Alan Green has 1 more year. So if we look at the strength, speed, everything kind of looks the same. So we're actually going to move him up, let him get even more carries, and just make sure he's playing in more games than Lincoln Kelly. Lincoln Kelly, 47 carries, 198 yards, 4.2 yards per carry is not all that bad. Hugo Burris, we want to make sure he gets in a few games to increase his as well. Wide receiver, we're okay. But the good thing is when we look at, again, we have a couple of talented, like Russell Proctor down here, a 72 A- potential freshman. He's got future for us. Tight ends, we're struggling. Offensive line, we're struggling. We do have talent coming up, potential. These Caleb Teague and Shane Adams especially, I'm excited for them. The defensive line doesn't look good. Seth Tate, though, has a future for us. Linebacker, decent, but they're all juniors. We have 1, 2 freshmen, so that's going to be hurting. Cornerbacks, the future is bright. Safeties, not so much. Kicker, future is bright, but we will see where we go. We're going to stop this episode here, and we will kick off the next episode, season 2 of this rebuild, where we are going to become the Ohio Power. And we're going to test ourselves against Ohio State until we can do it and knock them off. They're just slightly better than us in every way possible, but we'll see how bad it gets. But they're going to pay us, and that money's going to be invested into making our school better. So the goal this year, not to win 2 games, win 3 games. Although we are way worse than the rest. Ball State's offensive defensive talent's not any better than ours. UMass is slightly better. Buffalo is much better. Ohio is much better. But we will have players, we will have teams that we could go against and win. Toledo is much better. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. Western Michigan just lost their Heisman Trophy winner. Not as good. They're better than us, but not by a lot. Bowling Green, we can beat them. Ball State, that's one that we definitely need to win. We check them out. They're worse than us in both categories. Kennesaw State, we kept them in because we do have a shot at beating them. We want to get those wins so we keep our job. UC Davis, 79-76. So that's another one that will be competitive for us. And then Kent State is going to be better. So 3 games. That's the goal. Win 3 games this season. And I encourage you to turn back into the next episode as we kick off this season. And we will get through probably the first 3, maybe 4 games and see how things go. Hopefully picking up at least 1 win this time and not waiting until the end to pick up those 2 wins. So we'll see where we go. And I thank you for joining me. And we'll catch you on the next episode as we dive into this to become the real Ohio power instead of the Ohio State University running things. It's going to be Akron. It's just going to take us some time. But Coach Taylor's ready, and we're excited to get this thing kicked off.